Are you getting less sales on Etsy in 2024? Listen, you're not alone. Buyers are actually starting to shift the way they buy right now. So it's important that you are shifting with them and knowing how they're thinking so that you can better present your products to them. I'm going to break that down for you in this video. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Jared Robinson. I'm the host of Grow My Etsy Shop podcast, and I work with Etsy shops who are looking to scale. So a reason you may feel like some of the buyers are shifting in your industry is because they are. And so if we just look at the companies that's taking place, there's actually more layoffs this year than there have been in the years previous. It's actually increasing to 4%. Companies are laying off their employees because during the pandemic, they were growing their stuff. And you don't want to hit a ceiling when there's a demand spike. Companies are in the profitability year, and you should be too. This means that our pandemic numbers are going to start to flatline. We aren't going to see the same growth that we saw from about 2020 to 2022 and even into 2023. There's probably going to be a little bit of a ceiling here. So at this stage in your business, it's time to start reevaluating and seeing how you can become more profitable. Now, I'm not saying you need to go off and lay everybody off in your company or yourself. What I am saying though is look at your overall process and start to figure out ways that you can save money in what you're doing. Whether that's buying in bulk or there's some sort of system that takes more time than it should. Really hone in and start to find ways that you can be more profitable in what you're doing. This is a great way to follow suit of what others are doing. The next big shift that you need to see is that people aren't buying as frivolous as they once were. We can see this based off of the Tooth Fairy. If you actually look at the data, the Tooth Fairy is actually giving less money than they typically give. This is a sign that people are sitting on their wallets. Now, this doesn't mean you're dead in the water. It just means you have to change the way you present your products to people so that they can see the value. This is something that I work with other shops. I'm all about how do you position your store so that when someone is in your listing, they don't think of other listings. And the price that you're presenting them makes sense to them because they're like, wow, this brings me value. Let me share an example with you. If you sell digital downloads, you can just kind of follow trends and say, look, this is what I have. This is what we're doing. Isn't this cute? Buy from me. And that's can lean more towards that frivolous type buyer. What we want to do is lean more towards what your product is going to give them. So look at this digital download, for example. With this type of product, you can actually sell motivation. You can sell that people are going to be more productive if they have a stay-at-home job. This is something you can hang in your office that's going to help you be more productive. It's this kind of stuff that people say, not only am I buying a digital print, but I'm buying productivity in my work. And that to me is worth it. Now, it can be difficult to find this, but the best way to do it is to reverse engineer. Who am I trying to bring to my listing? And once they're in my listing, why do they want this? And it's not because they want to buy it. It's because they want their life to change when they buy something. Anytime we buy anything, it's the purpose of changing an aspect of our life. Now, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. You buy a house, that's a big one. You're buying a pair of shoes, much smaller, but we're changing the aspects of what we're trying to do. So if someone's updating their shoes, we have to say, well, why? What do they not like about their old ones? Why are they here? Why are they shopping for this? What are they trying to accomplish here? Are they wanting more comfort? Do they want to run faster? Are they looking to be more on trend? What is it? And we present that to them. So if they are thinking to themselves, I need a shoe that's more on trend, and we present them and say, look, this shoe is more on trend. You can turn that part of your brain off. You're going to solve that problem. That's what they want to pay their money for. That's how that's going to work for you. So instead of presenting your products as, here it is, take a look, tell me if you want it, we present it more like, look, this product is going to give this in your life. Do you want that? This helps a lot because as we are mentioning, people are sort of going to be sitting on their wallets. And so we don't want them to feel like they're just buying something frivolously. We want them to feel like they're buying a need. And if you can position your way as a need, that's when you can start really selling. And in 2024, I feel like it's going to be a must. Another great resource that we can look towards is what the CEO of Etsy is talking about. So he actually recently was sharing that he wants Etsy to be more Etsy. And let me explain what he means by this. For a long time, and what we've seen kind of through the pandemic is that we've seen Etsy promote what's most likely to sell. Josh, the CEO, is saying, I more want to promote now what I believe is going to give people a positive experience. So he's no longer looking for those quick sales. We're instead looking for what is going to make someone really enjoy their experience on Etsy. and come back and shop on Etsy. This means that the algorithm is most likely going to start favoring stores that give positive experiences to customers more than that quick sale. This is a great shift for Etsy and for 2024 and what we're seeing. I really agree with this shift. The reason for this is that as people have these experiences, it puts more control over you as the seller. So instead of you having to gouge your prices or just copy what other people are doing, it instead allows you to be unique and to be a great customer service person and give that experience to people and focus your product on that experience. And then Etsy's going to start to promote you through their algorithm more. So there's going to be some things that just data tells us. We know that people like things to be shipped a little bit quicker to them. We processing time to be a little bit quicker. Great reviews is another indicator. These are all things that we know for sure Etsy's probably going to be looking at and giving it that boost. But overall, they're going to be looking at the type of verbiage that people use when they leave reviews. And so it comes on to you to really provide that customer experience and to get those reviews coming into your store that have those words that Etsy's looking for, that they know this is a great customer experience and we want to promote this. A great way to do this is to actually use one of your listing pictures to offer a small discount when they join into your email list. This allows them to get that discount and then allows more customer experience, more branding that can take place. These emails can be have a lot more touch points with the buying process that allows them to feel more connected to the brand. So keep in mind, if I'm just walking around and someone asks me to leave a review for them, the answer is no. It isn't until I've had an experience, and an experience that's above average, that I really feel like I want to give someone something back to this person. So if you can give someone that above experience, that's when they say, I want to give something back. And that's going to be a good little hack for you as you focus in 2024 on profitability, learning how to be more of a need than a frivolous buy, and focusing and doubling down on your customer service. You can continue to see growth. I have students right now who are seeing growth doing these things. So let's buckle down. Let's really work on what matters this year for us, and we can see growth. Okay, guys, until the next one, see ya.